Okay, so here we are in Old Song, and I think we want to be, hold on a minute.
Sure.
I don't remember being here in the last video. I think we were on the cusp of a bridge of some kind. I'll be back. Yes, that's better. Here we are. We need to cross this bridge and get to Ter Evron.
Right.
We don't speak to dryads. Siddha. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, ridged and scaly, wreathed in a curly tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Um, or maybe they have that tree bark disorder that I mean, if you find like, if you're looking for really strange but real shit on the internet, just put in tree bark and man, and you'll get this condition that it looks just like tree bark with sprouts and stuff. Their hair hangs beneath the shaded of serrated leaves like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia. One of them extends a snarl of roots towards you that snakes and twists together to form something of an open hand, palm down. Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms. The other stares at you unblinking. As her frown deepens, her face creaks. Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar, an ancient soul like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. I would pay the debt of his predecessor. So it would seem, Rehwin. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here, different questions in these eyes. Rewin. What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says, or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds? Alright, I think Gradius is, he's gonna try a one-liner. I have forgotten my purpose in the presence of such legendary beauty. Have I begun hallucinating in double? Spoken with the transparent eagerness of one whose deformed little stamen has never successfully transformed uh, gametophytes to even the most desperate of pistols, and who wouldn't know a carpal if an herbalist drew him a map? Oh, okay, that's something. Sita conceals her mouth behind the sprigs of her fingers, but her amusement is poorly hidden. You must excuse my sister's temper, old one. Trust me when I say that my sister and I have truly heard them all. Fortunately, you are easier to read than my sister. You are here for the man Theos Ix Arcanin. This is clear to me. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why. We seem to be linked, and I need to know why. Sida's eyes scan you over for a moment, and you have the strangest sense that she is looking beneath your skin. Ah, so you do. I should have seen it when you first approached. We are slipping in our advanced age, sister. Sida. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now dwells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end. I just need to get to Theos. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Theos can not give you what you seek, nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone. What's she mean? I thought Merwald said. Alos's face is rigid. This is permanent? We did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. To be chained to such a past. Her face is pale, her eyes hollow. A bitter and grievous thing, Watcher. So this has all been for nothing, and I'm going to lose my mind. The soul is formless without a place to shape it, without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away? I would live with it if I could. That is the penance we all pay, but penance cannot be paid for a past only known in fragments and glimpses. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Siddha? I would, were the way not so likely to end in death. Death may be preferable to what lies in store for me. It may, but not all deaths are alike, and the man you pursue is versed in thousands of them. The man Theos, you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot say any more than you, and without that knowledge your doom is certain. But you were to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest, though it is possible, equally, it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end. My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest? You might wait for it to come on its own, of course, but when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition. Or you could learn it from someone who already knows. Theos, would he remember? It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does. Not that he would tell you, of course. You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why. The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought. You said you knew where he went. Siddha nods, causing leaves to shuffle against one another. He has gone down beneath the tower, to a place older than we, where the people of Engwyth once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun in Shadow. May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people. He may yet. He won't be returning the same way he came. That much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means. Is there another way to get to him? We know of one, on the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Breath Irmun, a shortcut, in fact. Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go. What do you mean with the help of the gods? The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun in Shadow. The court is old, we do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage. What is this court? No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Excuse me. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous, and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented, and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them, but these are old legends. How would I ever get the gods to help me? Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself, and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it. How do I pray? Ter Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you will be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all the gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools. Other questions? That people without knowing why. A soul has a will of its own. Its needs and well, something like a beacon, of uniting souls that have been seeking one another, with or without their own owner's awareness. Farewell. Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace? I need to understand our history, so it may be put to rest. Nothing more. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. A great many questions still to be answered. All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned, some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours. Let's see what popped up in let's see what popped up back at the stronghold. A grand adventure. Holy smokes. You know Kana wants to go. Alright, we're at 4240. I don't know how to make it any better than that. Oh, and let's check our journal. Pray to the gods in Ter Evron. Travel to the burial isle. Petition Hylia at Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. Alright. So in we go. So here we are inside Ter Evron.
And
Let's
what does the flame reveal?
sneak around, see if there's anything hidden. Shattered and charred stone blocks the passage into the sun in shadow. Okay. That could be useful in crafting. Saving. Okay, let's see what this does.
This place is one where a spirit may heal itself.
Well, alright. So, how can you tell? Is this god, is this represented by that? And this god is represented by that. This god is represented by that. A piercing ring fills your ears as you near Whale's shrine. There is no other response. Let me see if that's whale. That symbol right there. Come on, give me the symbol for the love of Pete. Dreams and visions. Yeah, it should be an eyeball. But yeah, there's no way to confirm. What about those books we picked up? Time for a new pet. I'm getting tired of the dragon. I don't know how it can stay in the air without getting tired, and that bothers me. Alright, so that is that god, and this looks like the god of death, right? Let me see if we have a proper book. That's a good helm. Someone ought to wear it. Where did it go? Alright, he's wearing it. But he could wear it too. Did it truly just disappear? There it is. Wear your stag helmet. You look fantastic. You look better than Haravius. Haravius looks kind of dorky. But we love our dorks. Because we are a dork ourselves. We are a dork ourselves. Is that proper English? So this is the god of death. Oh man. Where my books at? Oh, Bereth is two semi-skeletal figures. One male, one female. Life and death and life in the Glenfathen tongue. Male and female, inside and outside. The dog agrees with that. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. Well, let's start talking to some of these gods, for heaven's sakes. What's there to fear? It's just the Lord. This shrine sits before you, a bright constellation, its stars forming an oval shape of an egg. A pair of wings sprout from the egg, stretching out to either side. Oh, this is Hylia. Leave. I am praying to no pregnant woman. No, I'm just kidding. But I've seen someone pray to a pregnant woman in another Let's Play, so we don't want to repeat that. Before this shrine sits the constellation of Snarling Hound, Fangs Bared. Galloway. No, we don't. We're not praying to Galloway. In the nearby constellation, you can make out the shape of a strange horned beast. From time to time, you think you sense a faint chill emanating from the shrine itself. A horned beast. Alright. In the glittering stars of the nearby constellation, you see the grim shape of a skull. Its jaws are wide open, as if frozen in a silent scream. Alright. So, we have all the gods. Let's see which one is coolest. We have there's no Abaddon choice. There's Barath, Galawain, God of the Hunt, Assassin's Pursuit, Wilderness, and Predatory Creatures. He's probably the Snarling Hound. Okay. Hylia, the Sky, Maternity, Creativity, Bird, Song, Invention, Language, and the Arts. Not known to take particular physical form, but thought to be present in birds of all kinds. Magran. War, fire, transformation, purification, consumption, and trials. Alright. Let's go with Magran. Parker, be quiet. Who's Rimgard? God of entropy, cold, winter, and natural disasters. Okay, blizzards. No thanks. You know, we're decent folk. I guess we're gonna go with Hylia. You step before the shrine and prepare to recite the ritual words. What are the ritual words? We'll find out in the next chapter of Master Gradius' Let's Play. Pillars of Eternity. Take care.